I have the Evil Spock Bunny in the studio with me. Say hi, Spock Bunny.
Hello, beautifuls.
How are you doing today, Spocky?
I feel good.
You feel wonderful?
I feel a day older.
You feel a day older, you say, huh? Let me turn my mic down just a little bit so it doesn't pick up that reverb. But we're going to be going over some stuff. So I'm going to get over to the live screen. You're going to be joining me on the live screen right over there. We're going to be talking first with SPCW number 119, which is going to be coming up for September 7th, 2024 in La Follette, Tennessee. Let's get on over to that live scene and let's check it out. Boom, right here is the card now. The Dirty Doctor of Destruction himself, Joe Briggs, is going to be taking on none other than Tyler Shoup. That is a huge match that's going to be scheduled and taking place right there at SPCW 119. You guys definitely don't want to miss that. The Blockbusters are going to be taking on the Strew Crew. How can we forget Gustavo and Carl Parker are going to be taking on each other. Echo and Abby are going to be going after that women's title in the Women's Showcase Series. They're both shooting for that. Ruby Manitoba and Nova Fury as well are going to be going after that. You've got a mystery opponent going to be facing Connor Martin.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, now, Dirty Dr. Joe Briggs actually gave Connor Martin a very, very, very good review on social media, on Facebook, actually, to be specific. He was talking about Connor Martin and the ability that Connor Martin had. And I told him that we got a chance to see him a couple times. We got to see him at PWE a couple months ago, and then we've seen him at 2 different JCP events, and the kid has been on fire for both of them. Casey Kazana is going to be taking on Johnny Poke in that junior heavyweight championship match too on September 7th. So we are going to be definitely checking some of this stuff out. If you guys don't know, now you do. That's where you catch that at. It's going to be at 157 Myers Lane in La Follette, Tennessee. And as you see, kids ages 6 through 12 are going to be $6 to get in. Adults are going to be $12 to get in. So kids 5 and under, I do believe, are going to be free for this match. The card is subject to change as of right now, just like we're telling you live currently. It's subject to change right now. But what are you hoping to see here, Spock Bunny?
A good match between a lot of people.
So you're expecting to see a great match is what you're expecting to see, right?
Yes.
So you're expecting to see old Dirty Dr. Joe Briggs win, or are you going to expect Tyler Shoup to win?
I don't know. I like them both. I don't know which one I would want to see.
I mean, this is a tough one, guys. This is really tough on us. So I love Dr. Joe Briggs. I love the Doctor of Destruction, but I absolutely admire Tyler Shoup, his work ethic, his in-ring ability, the way that he handles a crowd. I absolutely admire the way that he just wrestles, and he definitely has a way with the crowd each and every time. And we've actually seen Tyler Shoup a lot more, so I'm a lot more fond of Tyler Shoup. I'm sorry, Dr. Joe, I have to say it. I'm a lot more fond of Tyler Shoup.
He hasn't had his pizza today.
I haven't had my pizza today. She's telling the truth. It's been her birthday, and she's fed me ice cream and apple pie and cake and everything else, but
chicken nuggies.
Chicken nugs. That's right, she did. So we're out here just having some fun. But it's really tough. I mean, I really want Tyler Shoup to get the pinnacle of SPCW and hold that title. But at the same spot, I love Dr. Joe Briggs. So this is definitely a heart-wrenching match for me because I'm so involved in it. Now, on the other side, we had Casey Kazana on the show a couple days ago on Tuesday. And he came out and he was actually speaking about Evan Golden. He was talking about the rivalry that he has with Evan Golden, different things that are going on there. But I think that Johnny Poke is going to be his biggest rivalry to date in SPCW. I think Johnny can give that man a run for his money any day of the week. And I think he's going to, just to be honest with you, Spock Bunny. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, just seeing the match that he did between him and Joe, I think it's going to be a whirlwind with him and Kazana.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a definite whirlwind between him and Kazana as well. I think that the match that he gave that you're referring to was in Coalfield, Tennessee at Revenge of the SSC NWAJCP is what you're talking about. And that match that Johnny Poke had, he backed up his words. He backed up his ability inside the ring, and he definitely put on a heck of a show.
Nailed it.
He did, to say the least.
Joe did a great job, but
absolutely
Poke came on top.
And we're going to move on. We're going to be going directly to the School of Morton 505. Now, as you see here, we've got the end of an era up on our screen. On my left, probably your right, wherever you guys are viewing right now. The School of Morton is moving into a new building. So the Chucky Dome is going to be no longer as of right now. So we're waiting on some word that they've got completely moved into their new building, but School of Morton should be taking place again Sunday 5:05 in their new building, hopefully, or in the next couple of weeks in their new building, hopefully. So we're just waiting to see what's going to be going on there, because the old Arabbidb3aver and the Spock Bunny want to come on out, and we want to see you guys at School of Morton. We have a lot to gain from you. I think a couple things. The August 11th show you guys did was really phenomenal. Tank was really phenomenal with EC3. I've said this a couple times on social media already, and I'm saying it again here. I think the work that Tank did with EC3 was phenomenal, and School of Morton, you guys are awesome for putting that on and putting that over.
He did a great job.
He absolutely did.
Almost had it.
He even stole EC3's finisher, baby. He had the 1%er down. I mean, he just did amazing.
Well, even EC3, he's like, what the?
Yeah, he was. He wasn't expecting it, that's for sure. And he almost got that world title. And I know that in his future, in Tank's future, because Tank is awesome, he's going to have lots of titles in his future. And hopefully, maybe one day, he will be the world heavyweight champion. It just wasn't his time right now. Let's just call it what it was. But maybe one day, we'd love to see Tank with that belt. So
with more practice, he can do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Evan Golden is going to be coming on Wrestle Talk this coming up Tuesday. He's going to be retorting what Casey Kazana said, and then answering some harder questions about some stuff that's taken on in School of Morton as well here recently. So we want to keep you guys informed on that. That's going to be Tuesday, 8 p.m. right here on Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver. We'd love to have you guys come out and join us for that whenever that happens. But School of Morton, whenever you guys get everything built and ready, the Arabbidb3aver and the old lady, Princess Lady K, the old Spock Bunny over here, we will be heading your way soon. Just let us know. Scotty B, wherever you're at, buddy, let us know, baby. We're going to be coming your
ready.
Way. We are ready. All right. NWA 76 going to be taking place August 31st, 2024 in Philadelphia, the old ECW arena. That's 2300 Swanson Street is where it's going to be taking place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And as you see from the card here, they've got everything going on. I mean, everybody from the main show, the Kazanas are, the Country Gentleman's going to be there, Vampiro's going to be there, Talos and Daisy Kill. Oh, yes, all of them. Thrillbilly's going to be there. Kerry Morton's going to be there. The whole Southern Six going to be there. Alex Taylor's going to be there. Tom Ladder's going to be there, and many, many more. This is just what's on the card. There's a lot more people, and we can attest the NWA events that we've gone to. They've put out like maybe 6 or 8 matches for the card, and there's been like 14 or 15 matches just about at each of them. So they definitely always have surprises for you. They always have something going on, especially that little twerp Joe Alonzo. I hate to say it, man. I hate Joe Alonzo, but I've got to talk about it, man. He always finds a way just to get under your skin and crawl under your skin. We saw him in Knoxville, and he had some woo words to say to Zack Ryder, aka Matt Cardona, and he got himself in a pickle, and he ended up winning anyway. So, just gotta watch what you're doing there, trying to get out of that. I'm sorry about going to that SPCW page again. One more time, we're going to be moving a little bit forward. Hey, talking about NWA, we're going to be going to Crossfire now. Now, in Crossfire's got a couple things going on. So they got one going at the Civic Center, I believe. Tonight is when it was going to be taking place. If I'm wrong, correct me, Crossfire. Anybody that's watching from Crossfire Professional Wrestling, correct me. But Black Harvest is going to be taking place October 4th in Sevierville at the Sevierville Civic Center. And as you see, I mean, it's just star-studded. You've got Juventud Guerrero is going to be there. Jay Lethal is going to be there. Tom Latimer is going to be there. The old Nightmare herself, Max the Impaler, is going to be there. The Nightmare from the Wasteland is going to be there. Kinsey Page, Kylie Page, Kerry Morton, many, 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 many more. Hunter Drake's going to be there, of course. I mean, they've got a star-studded packed event here. And if I exit out here, we'll actually go back to their page. We'll scroll up a little bit. They've got Jackson Drake taking on Juventud Guerrero. Jay Lethal's going to be taking on Hunter Drake. Kylie Page and Max the Impaler are going to be going at it. I mean, there's so much stuff going on here that you definitely don't want to miss this for none other than October 4th, 8 p.m. is when it's going to be taking place at the Sevierville Civic Center. Now, they haven't listed ticket pricings yet, but I'm sure that's going to be coming through Brown Paper Events. That's actually where I'm clicking right now. It should be loading up for us, where you can get your tickets now. You can click the Get Tickets Now section directly off. VIP seats are going to be $35. Ringside seats are going to be $25 plus tax with the service fee. So the $35 is going to be $38.59. And your ringside seats are going to be $27.99 is what it's going to be looking like. And there is no will call, but they will have your name on a list for your tickets to get in at the Civic Center at the door. So that would be the best place to do that for you guys if you're interested in going to Black Harvest whatsoever. So NWA Crossfire is going to be taking place there. We're going to be moving on to Pile Driver Pro. Now, September 14th, Pile Driver Pro is going to be back at the Joe L. Evans Community Center in Livingston, Tennessee. That's right across from the Mallard Library down there in Livingston. You can't miss it. It's on the back side of Dairy Queen. So if you go up and past Dairy Queen, you'll have to make a left right in front of the gas station and turn back around. And it's right across from the downtown section. But it's right up there. You can't miss this thing. Now, he hasn't announced his ticket pricing yet, but I will get that from Axton Ray here in a couple days. But man, they've got everybody there. Toby Farley's going to be there. Gustavo's going to be there. Clara's going to be there. I mean, it's just star-studded. Shoop is supposed to be there making an appearance. The Weaver and the Painter are supposed to be there, and many, many more guys. I mean, it's just the Sultan is going to be there. So there's going to be lots going on. What do you have to say about this, Spock Bunny? I know I can see that smirk on your face.
I'm looking at the card and it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks star-studded. It looks like it's going to be packed, guys. It says the door's going to open.
Anything with angst, it's going to be good. So I'm a little biased.
That's her man. That is her man. So there's going to be lots of good stuff going on there. I've got to roll on with that because I'm a little angry. So, but it's going to be 312 West Broad Street, Livingston, Tennessee is where that's going to be taking place. The doors are going to open at 6 p.m. The bell time's going to be at 7 p.m. for them. We went to their last one at the Joe L. Evans Community Center about 2 months ago, and they did an excellent job. I will give Pile Driver Pro a 10 out of 10. I'd love to go to this one if you would like to go. If we can get some peoples to watch the puppy dogs, I'm all for it, baby.
Okay.
Love ya. So she likes this. She likes Pile Driver Pro. I like Pile Driver Pro. They also did one in Sevierville not too long back at the Smoky Center, and that was a big hit. I mean, they got a lot of eyes on the prize and on the product there at the Sevierville Center, or at the Smokies game, I should say, right after the Smoky game when it was taking place. And they did a great job out there too. So I've got to give them props on that.
And I know Friday on Friday.
Ooh, now I know Friday the 13th they're going to be hosting one as well, but I don't know exactly where it's going to be at. So let's head over to their page here, and we're going to scroll down here. It's going to be Brainbuster 2, Friday the 13th, Gypsy Circus Cider Company, 2645 Fort Henry Drive. That's Kingsport, Tennessee, for those of you. All tickets are going to be $15, includes your first drink there, but it is a 21 and older show, just to let you guys know. We want to let you guys come on down. It's brought to you by Trivia Buds and all ages. Well, it says all ages show right here on the, so let me correct myself. All ages show. So come on down, be a part of that right there at Pile Driver Pro Wrestling, Friday, September 13th, Gypsy Circus Cider Company, 2645 Fort Henry Drive in Kingsport, Tennessee for Brainbuster 2. That's September 13th. So back-to-back shows for these guys. That's looking good. September 13th and September 14th. They're doing some good shows here. So definitely be a part of that if you can be a part of that. And I know Kingsport is kind of the Innovate Championship Wrestling territory down there. Daniel Jones and them have been running some really good stuff here recently. So I would be surprised if they don't cross promote on this one and have some extra people come in. I mean, they've already got people from the NWA coming in and NWA JCP coming in and School of Morton coming into them. But I would be very surprised if Innovate didn't have some surprise guests show up at this show as well. So you guys might want to check that out and end up liking that as well as it comes. Let's move on just a little bit, baby, though. So Renegade Championship Wrestling. So they are going to be back, I believe, August 31st is what the card says it right there. August 31st is when they're going to be back. Zach Malone's going to be taking on Jason Hampton, the prize fighter. Now, we saw Jason Hampton face Big Andy at Forever Pro Wrestling, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. But I've got to say, I'm very impressed with Jason Hampton. I've seen him at Championship One Wrestling quite a bit, saw him at RCW a little bit, and he's just doing a phenomenal job all over the place. I think that he's a good wrestler, a good person. He's very personable. He'll talk to you about just about anything as long as you're willing to talk to him. So I think that that's a great thing. The Besties for Life are going to be down there too. I got to admit that. Jeremy Prater's going to be there. Real Torque is going to be there, and so many more. Aiden Wright especially is going to be down there, guys. It's going to be something that each and every one of you guys want to be a part of. That's 3890 Alternative 52 in Chatsworth, Georgia, 30705. Doors are going to be opening at 7 p.m. The bell time is going to be at 8 p.m. for them. And they do offer military and senior discounts, just so you know, guys, just so you know what's going to be going on there. As you can see that right there from the card, guys, just some good stuff that's going to be popping up all over the world of wrestling. Then Forever Pro Wrestling, which is going to be today now. It would have been tomorrow whenever we started the show, but today now, Forever Pro Wrestling is going to be taking place at Sweet Melissa Billiards. Now, this is a 21 and over show. And there was no way around that this time. So you have to be 21 or older to enter into the bar and to be a part of this. Sunday, August 25th, 2024, Sweet Melissa's Billiards, 1966 North Point Boulevard in Hickson, Tennessee is where this is going to be taking place. Tickets are going to be $10. The bell time is going to start at 4 p.m. Expect about 2 to 2.5 hours, maybe a little bit longer just in case something goes on there. But man, they're going to be having some great stuff. Chris Crunk right there, as you can see right on the card. And Brain Dead himself is right there on the card as well. Come on out, be a part of it, be a part of something good, have something fun to do. But like I said earlier, 21 and older, you can't bring the kids to this one, unfortunately. All right, Spock Bunny. So you got to tell me about Forever Pro Wrestling. Tell me all about Forever Pro Wrestling, what was going on with it and how you enjoyed it.
I like seeing everybody.
You like seeing everybody. Mm-hmm. Who was your favorites of the night that were there?
Oh, Lord.
I think for me, it was Cabana Man Dan. Now, I've seen Cabana Man Dan several different times, several different promotions. In Alabama, he runs with a promotion called New South Pro Wrestling, and they have really done a good job of promoting themselves and putting themselves out. So we got to see them a couple months ago at this little itty bar called the New Friendship Lodge.
Alabama.
In Scottsboro, Alabama, baby. And they were actually back there yesterday. They were actually doing a show there yesterday. And we got to see him there for the first time. I heard a lot about him. I've heard a lot about him through other people, and he really impressed me with the match that he had with Tyler Franks there.
I think his style is different because, like, he's not even wearing shoes. And you know they're stepping on his toes, literally.
All the time. So, but he did a good job there. I mean, he was facing old Mr. Braindead himself at Forever Pro. And I mean, that was
do a good job.
That was just an awesome match all the way around. Forever Pro put on a great show all the way around. Big Andy was there, took on Jason Hampton. We were talking about that just a little bit ago. Big Andy got the win over Jason Hampton, unfortunately, this time. But, you know.
And I liked Eden.
Yes, Eden Monroe. Eden was out there. She put on a great show as well. She had the first show of the night, and she really stole the crowd. The crowd was definitely, if you've never seen Eden Monroe, let's just put it like this. It gains a lot of heat because of one, how it acts and how it dresses. So, and I'm not trying to be rude, Eden. I do apologize if I've offended you. That's not the goal here. We're not trying to offend you. We're trying to build you up. We want to let you know that there are people out there that
I liked you
that aren't going to like you, but you definitely are entertaining. You're definitely entertaining. You're very sound inside the ring. You're very safe inside the ring too, from what we saw, and you put on a heck of a show, and you definitely knew how to get the heat from the crowd. You knew how to build it. You knew how to derive it. And that comes from years and years of practice with either TWE or whoever you're with on a regular basis. You've definitely got that heat from the crowd there. And so that's great for you, Eden Monroe, wherever
your performance was notch.
Yeah, your performance is
really
top notch. It's really, really good. We put some reels up on it on Facebook. You can catch my Facebook right underneath. You can see it right there at Joseph DH. You can go down there and click on the reels, or you can go over to the Camel Toe Adventure page that keeps popping up on you on the bottom right hand corner or your left hand corner, depending on what type of TV you got and where you're at, what region you're at. But you can click on that stuff and you can check it all out right there. We've got it going. So, but we had a lot of fun at Forever Pro Wrestling last Sunday. It was a great show, great matches that were taking place. I love the Japanese style turnbuckles that they did. They had the whole pads across the turnbuckle style, and you don't see that.
They would hurt more though.
I mean, to each their own.
So, I mean, I can understand like with the pads being on the turnbuckles, but these were like right in front of it, and it was more. I guess it looked thicker. So when they get hit, it does look like it hurt just a little bit.
Well, I've been on both sides of it, and there's also a money factor to agree with. So you get 4 pads versus 12 pads. So the 12 pad thing is they can be all the way up to $500 a piece, depending on where you're getting them from and who you're buying them from. You can get them $100 a piece for some that just have some really soft material on the inside that don't really protect you from anything. And then there's several different styles. There's 3 latchers, 2 latchers, and button ups, and ropers, ones that you got to tie off with a rope and different things. And then the Japanese are all one, and they come in 2 different styles. That they've got the ones that have Velcro and straps, and then they've got the ones you tie off. And so, the Japanese ones, just depending on which ones you get, some of them can be a little bit stiffer, but overall, they just look great. They look great all over them. So it just is, it's personal preference, I think. And then of course, with a new upstart, a new company, whatever you can afford, that's what you go with first. So not a hit to Forever Pro. I'm going to throw your business out there, Forever. I'm sorry about this. You guys were taping the apron down because you didn't have a tight enough rope, I guess, to go across, or the latches to go across to hold it on the edge. So you kind of tape the apron down around the edges to keep it on the mat, which is fine. No big deal to you on that. It was very interesting to see, though, whenever you guys started taking the ring down, whenever you started pulling it up.
My thing was how the crowd was the bell ring, and that we kept throwing the wrestlers off. They're like, wait, where's the bell? We're like, ding, ding. We already ding, ding. It's time for you to go.
Yeah,
and they're like,
they forgot
okay.
So what she's referring to is at Forever Pro on Sunday, they forgot the bell ring. So they made the crowd be the bell ring. So every time they would start the match, they go, start the match, and ring their finger. And then the crowd would have to go ding, ding, ding.
And then the wrestlers, they were like, what?
What? Then when it ended, it was ding, ding, ding. The whole crowd had to cheer it. So that was pretty cool. But that's the experience in professional wrestling. It was definitely an
interaction.
Yeah, it was. You got the crowd involved. You got a lot of people that were there. Not only knew most of the wrestlers that were there, but they were there because they were in support of the new startup, the new company that was coming out.
Which they did a great job.
And that's an excellent job for them. So I counted about 50 people. There may have been more than that was actually at the bar and on the outside, because I wasn't at the bar. I wasn't at the bar side. I wasn't on the outside of it. But there was 50 adults around the ring. And then there were several that were outside of the ring area with the merchandise tables and things, and I didn't count them, and that's my fault. So, the 55 that I got to count around the ring for a startup is excellent, because most people on a startup, you might be lucky to have 10 to 15 people. They tripled that, so
they did a great job.
That was excellent for Forever Pro Wrestling. I got to give it to them. I got to hand it to them for you guys starting up, you guys being that new company inside the area, and you guys went out and you bought great people. You put together a great card for the fans to get involved in, the fans to be there, the fans to want to watch it. I mean, like we were talking about Commander Van Dan earlier. So Commander Van Dan is an excellent, they call him the Alabama legend because he travels all over Alabama all the time when he was younger. Started in a grocery store, started in the back of a grocery store with a cash grab teacher, and he worked his way out from that to being the Alabama legend, would wrestle anywhere for just enough money to live in his car, basically. And I mean, you have to give it to him that for him to come up here and to put on a good show like he does, it shows the professionalism that's going on. Big Andy to come on down, put on the show. Eden Monroe, even though she's local, to come on in and put on that show, did a great job on both fronts. And everybody else, Chris Crunk came on down. I mean, everybody that was there, just phenomenal show. Jamieson Shook. Everybody that was there did a great job. So I'm very happy with them, and I would love to come back sometime. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be today. We're not going to be able to do it today, but we would love to come back sometime.
Yes.
Keep feeding us your media, guys. If you guys are out there with Forever Pro, keep feeding us your media. We're gonna free advertise for you for a while. We want to let people know about you. We want to let people get that good startup with you. And if you guys are wrestlers, or if you guys are bookers or promoters out there, and you want to bring some wrestling to your town, you want to bring some wrestling in, these are the guys to talk to. Get a hold of Forever Pro and let them come into your town. Let them come into your schools. Let them come into your VFW. Let them come into, all the places that you've got, all the places that we've got here that are available. Definitely let them come on in and host a good show for you guys. They'll be a great money maker for you. They'll also be very entertaining for you. And they would love to come in and do great stuff for you guys. So definitely get a hold of Forever Pro. It'd be a great time for you guys to go out there. All right, Spock Bunny, I think that about covers it for the evening. So do you have any last words for anybody watching?
Go get them.
We gonna eat some apple pie. Our apple pie just got done. So that's what's going to be happening here. Well, thank you guys for watching, each and every one of you that came out. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. And don't forget, this Tuesday coming up, I've got the Golden Child, Evan Golden, going to be on Wrestle Talk. A Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, right here on the channels that you all follow and everything that you can see right below right there. So,
and then we're getting married.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So this weekend, the 30th, we are getting married. We're going to be honeymooning. So we're going to be taking some time off from Championship One Wrestling Rewatch and Review. So we didn't do it today because today was the old Spock Bunny's birthday, and we spent all day together today.
My day.
And next week we'll be honeymooning, so we will not be doing it next week either, but we should be coming back, if they will allow us to come back, the following week. So that's what's going on as of right now. We're still in talks. I've got to get a hold of the old promoter down there and ask him if he still wants us to be able to do that for him. And if he says yes, we'll be back for you guys. If not, then I will let you know personally. So, but that's what's going on here. Thank you guys for coming out and being a part of this here. And we would love to see you at one of these shows upcoming. And don't forget, you heard it here first. Bye, guys.
Bye.